For humans, just like for all living beings in the biosphere, electrical signals are the pulse of life. The human body is, quite literally, an electrical system. The brain thinks with the help of electrical impulses. The heart beats because cells transmit electrical signals to one another, and muscles contract when they receive signals from the nervous system. Neurons play a key role in coordinating all body functions by generating and transmitting electrical impulses. How an electrical impulse is generated in neurons? Every neuron has a membrane with the so-called gates, ion channels. When a signal needs to be transmitted, some of these gates open, and ions begin moving quickly into or out of the cell. This flow of ions changes the membrane's electrical charge, creating an electrical impulse. The impulse travels along the neuron and transmits information further to other cells. How you communicate, whether you interrupt, speak quickly and emotionally, or on the contrary, whether you're apathetic. How you scroll through a news feed on your phone, whether you rush or move slowly, depends largely on the balance of ions. When this balance is disrupted, a person can become overly irritable, or, on the contrary, sluggish. Every movement and reaction of our body is based on electrical impulses in neurons and other cells. For example, if you accidentally touch a hot object, nerve fibers instantly transmit a signal to the brain, which commands the muscles. Pull your hand away. Without electrical impulses, the body wouldn't be able to maintain a stable internal state, homeostasis. Even the immune system cannot function without electrical impulses. The speed and strength of every immune cell's response depend directly on the quality of impulse transmission. Emotions and thoughts are also the language of electrical impulses. When you feel joy, sadness, excitement, love, or recall a memory, tiny electrical sparks run between neurons. They're like messages between friends. One neuron writes, another reads, and passes it on. Through these chains, thoughts, emotions, and decisions are born. When you learn something new, that too is the work of electrical impulses. They create new neural connections, as if paving little pathways in the brain that make it easier for impulses to travel later on. Even at the very beginning of life, when a sperm cell fertilizes an egg, an extraordinary phenomenon occurs. This contact triggers a cascade of biochemical reactions, including the release of billions of zinc ions. This impulse acts like a start button that activates the egg and initiates the very process from which the future embryo begins to develop.
We rarely think of ourselves as electrical systems, yet that's exactly how our bodies function. Nature created a perfect design in which countless vital processes and interactions occur through electrical impulses. But there was one thing that nature could not have foreseen: that humans would create an enemy capable of infiltrating and disrupting this perfect mechanism.